Should we alert the authorities that we're here? The goal for today is same as every day. Get this fucking thing together. Right now what I'm working on is we have the connector for the throttle body off the harness I pulled off the motor, and I'm going to extend this portion of the harness to reach over the top of the intake to the throttle body. So working on getting these wires cut and get them crimped up, and probably should solder them, but whatever. Got some butt connectors. See how this bad dog all wired up. Some of these wires look like they're different colors, but that's just because it's an old harness that got discolored. So not the best job in the world, but it should work. And here's the final product. I didn't have huge wire loom, so it kind of is balled up in there. It looks like a fucking snake or something, but looks decent, I guess. I'm happy. This coolant temperature sensor comes out of the same loom as the O2 sensors, and it's directed off toward the side of the motor. It also has the high pressure fuel pump and I believe one of the NOx sensors. Well, when you run this Mustang and coolant housing thing, whatever you call this, the coolant temperature sensor sits on the back side of it. So for this, you just have to cut the loom and pull the coolant temp sensor back on the loom, and just gives it enough room so you don't have to actually cut the wires or anything. All right, I finished up some of the wiring, some of the stuff I needed to do. Still got to cover up this wire with some loom. Got the throttle body connector and harness set. Just based off where this harness is landing, the Ford Rangers have a little pocket right here where the factory ECU goes. Well, obviously we cut that out already, and getting this engine in and out is a lot easier when you have space here. So I don't really want to put the ECU up there. So yeah, I got this ECU temporarily mounted here with some zip ties. Not really sure how I'm going to do it yet. Obviously this firewall is just, we're going to have just a solid plate instead of all these holes in here. Probably just do this ECU inside the cab. I know a lot of these Fords they do them in the fender wells and all that stuff, so it can go in the engine bay. I just don't know if I want to do that. So for now, I'm just kind of getting it set up because I want to try to get this thing started sooner than later. So just want to fire it off, see if it runs, see if the engine's okay. It is a junkyard engine, so I kind of just want to get this thing running in the typical YouTube fashion. Start it up, right? Get some more motivation. Hear this thing run, then I'll be like, all right, let's knock the rest of the stuff out. As far as the fuel goes, I have to get, I ordered a couple more fittings yesterday, so those aren't going to be here for a few days. Tonight I'm just trying to get the wiring set up, and I have this is the harness that comes with the computer. I'm not sure I'm going to get it all set up tonight. I'm just trying to see if I can get everything mounted and where it's supposed to be. Let me give you a rundown of the clubs real quick.
You want the rundown of the clubs? Do you want them? Because I'm near the hot spots.
All right, so here's your little fuse box that comes with this ECU kit. It has this plug coming off of it, plugs into the harness. Real simple. Then out of the fuse box portion, we got some wires here. Give you a quick rundown. So you got your black with the ring terminal on it. That just gets grounded. You have your red with the ring terminal on it. That goes direct to battery. All right, brown is the starter switch. blue is your positive for your fuel pump, and green is your switched on 12 volt. So that'd be like your key on 12 volt source. And then other thing coming off this aftermarket harness is this. This is your plug for your gas pedal, your electronic gas pedal. And then over here we have some fancy box. It says warranty void if removed. These wires here, this is like RPM output, oil pressure output, some other stuff. But depending on what you have, it also has this OBD2 port. So if you have like a plug-in handheld tuner deal that can read off of a OBD2 port, you can plug this in and you can see all your stuff, because I don't know how it's going to be running the factory gauges with this. All this stuff is pretty much temporary for now, because I'd really like to get the firewall done, get the dash in, and then be able to mount all this stuff behind the dash. Right now, I mean, I don't even think I'm going to waste time trying to mount it up to what's left of the firewall now, because it's just going to be redone later. So I might hang it up with some zip ties, but for now I'm just trying to get wires going where they need to go, and then start trying to get this thing running, and then probably drive it without the firewall in it, because I'm an asshole and that's what I do. So quick little update. Where's my damn flashlight? I'm looking at this downpipe that I got, and I might have to notch the frame out right about there, just like we did up there with the turbo. But we'll see how that goes. This is some eBay downpipe I got, 3-inch, whatever. So I can't really test fit it up right now, because I gotta cut this little bracket off and cut these hangers off, and then probably cut the pipe somewhere. I'm still questioning some of these connectors on this harness, because I don't know. I have this schematic. I had the diagram that Tyler printed out for me, and I'm going over it, and I'm trying to match all the colors up, and there's a few that just don't make sense. In this computer that I got, the instructions from the company say that you need the alternator, IET, and map sensor or something, whatever. So I ordered an IET sensor. It's a little sensor, it's supposed to go into the intake box, and it's like a two-prong little plug that's supposed to plug into it. There is no two-prong plug to plug into it. The only two wires I found are on the back side of the motor, which would be the right side if it was in the escape, which should kind of be close to the intake box, but it's not. So it's not for the IET sensor that I have. So I don't know if I have the wrong year or something. So I sent out a message to the company I got the computer from. I'm going to ask them some questions and see what the deal is, because these things have two map sensors already. One on the intake manifold, there's one map sensor, and then there's one on the intercooler. So I don't know if one of them is integrated, because here's the one for the intercooler. So I just don't know exactly what's going on. Now, another thing too, according to the instructions, it says that that blue wire coming off the computer harness, it says it's supposed to go to 12 volt positive for the fuel pump. I guess I'm just gonna try to put that to the factory fuel pump relay as a signal, and then just let the factory wiring take care of the fuel pump, because that wire is a little small anyway. I don't know. Some of these instructions on this for this computer are kind of vague, and also I'm stupid, so it doesn't really help. But I sent these guys a message just to get some help, so I don't screw anything up and don't have trouble starting it. The brown wire, it says starter switch. So I don't know, does that go to the starter solenoid, or does that need an input as to start, I'm not sure what exactly starter switch means. So I asked them about that. And hopefully they get back to me. They're out of Portugal, so hopefully they get back to me early tomorrow or so. Yeah, for now I'm kind of just stuck, kind of at a standstill. I don't really think I can get anything else done today, but I also don't think it's too far off. We will have to get this downpipe made up before we can start it, because we need our O2 sensors, our two O2 sensors to start it. So that might be a little bit of a pain in the ass. But I'm not going to hit my goal. I'm not going to hit my deadline of trying to start it next time I work on this thing, because it's just not going to happen. There's too much that needs to be done. I might be able to get it to crank, but probably not start. So just another day passing by that this damn thing's not running. Hopefully soon I'll get some answers from the ECU guys, and then hopefully we can start turning this thing over. That's what I'm looking forward to. So I don't know, I keep saying, just like the motor mounts, next video, next couple of videos. I'm trying, god damn it. This thing's just a pain in my ass. If you listen close, you could hear this damn creature at the FOD every night. Just makes this damn noise. I don't know what it is, but it's probably the thing cursing the damn Ecoboost Ranger. I'm just kidding around. We know what it is, but I think it sounds better if I say that it's the curse of the Ecoboost Ranger. When I get this thing fired off, I'm gonna have to put it on the fucking limiter and hopefully scare the damn creature out of here. So before I forget, I saw a video about preloading the wastegate arm to hold boost further and all this other nonsense, whatever, make a little more power. I saw a video on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to do it right now before I forget, and whatever. Let's give it a try and see if we can get it figured out. I'm gonna take this little heat shield. All right, I got the heat shield off. Snapped this little bolt off in the process. I knew it was snapping. To be honest, I just didn't give a fuck. So I guess that heat shield's not going back on. As you can see, there's the wastegate arm I was talking about. So all you got to do for this, you loosen up this one, and then you tighten up this one. And let me get this light. So you can see behind that one on the right, there's a few threads left. So you can back that up a little bit and then tighten up that little wastegate arm. So it's supposed to hold boost a little bit better and all that stuff. And you know, we need all the damn boost we can get, and then some. And then we need nitrous too. So I got that one on the right backed up. You can see there's a, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch of threads. So we'll go ahead and tighten that thing down. That way when I give it beans out the driveway, it just explodes. And there it is, all tightened up. And then you just reinstall that little clip, hold them nuts on there.